Every game has their fair share of top players, with some people having exceptional skills throughout their career, to the point where that improvement becomes too good to be true. When this happens, those people are subjected to being accused of cheating, leaving them no choice but to prove their innocence or to admit that they have cheated to some extent. When all that comes to osumania, you might start asking yourself if mania has such types of players. As simple as it might sound, there are a lot of notorious cheaters in osumania, with various types of cheating such as time warping or physically tampering with the settings of a map. Additionally, outings of various types of cheaters in mania happen even to this very day. Hi to everyone, my name is LonelyWeeb, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at osumania's most notorious cheaters. Winther was a 4-key player who excelled most at core jacks, setting a name for himself as one of the top core jack players at the time. Between 2020 and 2021, he was a very respected player who set scores on some of the hardest maps no one could clear at the time, with scores such as Anhedonia and Omega Dan. If you think that this performance was too good to be true, it would soon turn out that it wasn't. On the 6th of August 2021, 2 documents would be released on This Inside, a Korean forum for various types of topics, and Bilibili, a Chinese YouTube, Google Play, and forum-esque social media, respectively, where he would get exposed for cheating his Anhedonia 1.05 score and his Give It to Them FC. Along with that, it was revealed that he was cheating on both Mania and Taiko at one point, cutting ties with the Korean community, and changing his flag to the flag of Japan. A player by the name of Transcendence would detail the way Winther cheated by mentioning a mismatch between what is happening on screen and on his handcam during his Anhedonia video. Keep Transcendence's name in mind, he'll come up later in the video. After those 2 documents dropped, Winther deleted his content and most of his social media presence and left for the time being. With that situation now covered, you might be asking yourself where he's at currently. Shortly put, after a few months he came back to YouTube under this name. Since then he has beaten most of his cheated scores and even set new and stronger scores on those same maps, redeeming himself in the process. He hasn't uploaded anything in 2 months as of the time of recording, but this situation shows that even if you've cheated at some point, you can make an effort to change and actually regain everything you've built and even more. Since we're talking about cheaters, I'll also take the liberty to update you on the Wheatiee situation. This case is one of the more confusing ones out there, because out of all of these cases here, it might be the only one included that for now has not solidly confirmed if Wheatiee was cheating. With that said, I'll brief you on what we know about Wheatiee from the video I made about him and what happened after. Wheatiee was a 4-key/7-key player with his 4-key skills shining the most. He would have a quick progression, but that progression set off the alarms of some players. In a video code posted on August 2nd of last year, a user by the name of JoshStar posted 2.5-hour co-op him and other players trying to get to the bottom of Wheatiee's case. Throughout the entire call, he and the other players used the program VSRT Total Analyzer alongside setting scores and comparing their graphs with the program. And I have to pause here for a moment because I need to mention something about the program. It does not accurately calculate the input set by a player when a play has been slightly tampered with. When I asked Transcendence, he told me that OSU's system timing resolution is too big on top of the analyzer not being able to detect slightly time-warped plays. On top of that, the program has inconsistencies whenever scanning a play where the player has used a 240Hz monitor and a 1000Hz keyboard, as I accidentally showed in my Wheatiee video. For all we could have known, he could have played with the highest refresh rates on all of his peripherals, which means that he might have been falsely accused. There is no way for us to know now, because after that situation he deleted his entire presence within the game. Even the archives I used for my initial video are gone without a trace. This is a situation that everyone might already be aware of, but it is important to cover it in this video, and I'll try my absolute best to stay as unbiased as possible on this topic. On January 8th, a player by the name of Boleo would upload a video covering a group of cheaters and analyzing some of their cheated plays. The people accused in this video were Zeus, JoshStar, Zodiac, and LichX Vibros. It is a short video, so let's break it down. In the video, audio from a play on Intersect Thunderbolt from Zodiac's Edodan S rank was run through a spectrogram, and the timeline showed a whole section of the audio suddenly missing due to a time warp, along with detailing a detection of time warping with the combo animation going at a faster rate. A run made by Zodiac was also shown to run ever so slightly slow against a play made by a player whose identity was kept anonymous. The video also contains snippets of messages of Wheatiee showing a macro program that he might have used for one of the plays shown. Along with these pieces of evidence, the video also showed how LichX's Vibros multi-accounted on Osu, which is a bannable offense for those unaware, and Josh Star making a disgusting map out of something I'm too grossed out to describe. After the video dropped, Josh and Bolero started arguing on Twitter, with constant back and forths where no side reached a satisfactory conclusion. As it comes to the rest of the people accused, Lich's account got restricted for multi-accounting due to multiple people reporting it. Following the situation, Zodiac tried to prove his legitimacy to Bolero, even going on to message people involved with the video. Wheatiee stayed in contact with Zodiac, and even prompted me to unblock Zodiac multiple times just so he can prove his legitimacy. But to be fair, it isn't me or Bolero that he has to prove his legitimacy to, it is to the community. They are the ones who gave him a platform, and they are the ones who will rule out the final judgment. Sale was an American 4-key player who was at one point considered the fastest improving 4-key player in the game. He quickly improved close to Delta Dan in skill, lending him a player analysis on Wheatiee's channel. He would enjoy a prosperous career in osumania for a few years, even improving close to Epsilon Dan in skill. But one day, out of nowhere, he would drop a bombshell in the community. On January 23rd of this year, he would confess to cheating multiple of his plays, privating the YouTube uploads of those plays, leaving only his legitimate plays following up the announcement. He would profusely apologize to all the players he affected and saying he would move to pump it up from now on. The way he cheated some of his plays were quite simple yet so subtle that nobody noticed. For Eterna, he used the rate changing of his replays. As it comes to Mania, he used OD0 on some of the maps he played. After dropping this announcement, he followed it up with the tweet saying that he will leave the account dormant considering the public baggage it now had. The reception of the community would be mixed, with some players taking the confession well and willing to look past his mistakes, and the people who thought that he should leave the game altogether. That case became so massive that it even caused Zoink, a GD top player, to reply under Cell's tweets. Rarely are you ever gonna see cheaters confess to their malicious actions, but in Cell's case, he had the courage to confess what he has done and even left the community out of his own volition. He was a skilled player at the end of the day, but as one wise man said, being good at a game does not make you any less likely to cheat. And with all of those cases covered, those were osumania's most notorious cheaters. Hopefully this video serves as a lesson for the current generation, or even future generation of cheaters that the mania community will eventually encounter. You will not get away that easily. I want to give a huge thanks to all of these amazing people on screen, especially Sunny so I can piss off Cynix even more. As well as a huge thanks to Transcendence and Bolero for providing more information. Before the video ends, I have a short announcement. I now have YouTube memberships enabled. It is not necessary to join, but it will be most appreciated if you do. I hope to see you all next time.